Every year in the beginning of June in Kenya we have the Rhino Charge. This I will explain to you, but this is our crew. We've been doing it for many years together, and we are 5 of us. The maximum you're allowed in a car is 6. And the most important thing about the Rhino Charge is you go to 13 different checkpoints in the shortest possible distance. Bear in mind the shortest possible distance is the most defining factor. Then you will understand why we are going where we are. Here's a picture of our little 45-year-old Toyota Land Cruiser, which has stood us in good stead for many years and didn't give us a minute's problem. You'll be amazed where it can go. This is Torben's machine, which was originally a Range Rover. It's a pretty severe machine now. There are 65 competitors in this event, and it's quite interesting to see the extremes they go to prepare their cars for this one day of the year. This one was built in Belgium specifically for the Rhino Charge. A home-built special. But we compete in the standard car class, which is unmodified cars, and there's not so many of us. Most people do the full modification, but I've had my car so long I don't want to do that. Look at the ground clearance on this car. It can go over anything. Or how about this baby? This can really climb over anything without touching the bottom. The start is at 6:30 in the morning. The places are drawn out of a hat, and here we are starting, and Torben drew the same start position as us, and that's him just going out now. And
so Mikey lied to me.
You're going to spend the next 8 minutes seeing what this little old car can do. I'm sure you'll be quite surprised. Are you sure about this?
This looks like winch territory to me.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to... Well, it's too late now, Rich.
Yeah, because there's no trees here strong enough.
But I don't want... Balancing on between 2 and 3 wheels there. You don't have to worry about permanent damage to any of the countryside. Rhino Charge has done a survey of every single Rhino Charge 3 months after the event from the air, and you wouldn't know there's been a Rhino Charge there. So it's not, there's no permanent damage.
Get up this little embankment.
Okay, well, it's going to bring us to a very abrupt spot, so everybody hold on. We are now going, the crew had decided that we are going to go down into this riverbed, because you can usually move quite fast along these dried up riverbeds, as long as it's going in the right direction that you want to go in, but it's often a problem to get out. Here we are getting down into the riverbed, and as I remember it, we went quite a long way up this riverbed actually, and it was very smooth.
This is good. If we can get out. People going down there. People going down the nugget. This is where the other crossing.
Oh, you can easily get out here if you want. The tire marks there are from an unsuccessful attempt we had. Then I gave it a bit more power, and it's amazing what power and momentum can do. You can get out of places you have a problem with if you don't have a bit of momentum. So there we are.
That was a hell of an effort.
Where we want to be.
It'll be turbocharged then.
This is coming into our first checkpoint. There's 13 of these checkpoints, as I said, and one of them is sponsored by Satao Camp. They take a reading off our GPS on this cross on the ground here, take our time and fill it in on a card.
Thank you.
Hello.
Rhino Charge cars can choose any route that they wish to cover the 13 checkpoints, as long as they do go to the 13 checkpoints. So that is why you see that vehicle going at a very different route to us. He's chosen a completely different route. These difficult looking places that the crew chooses to get through initially look impossible when you come towards them, but the crew tells you get in there, so just get in there, and if you're lucky, bit by bit it all comes in place. And as in this case, we got through a place that looks really difficult, but we got through without any problem at all. You have to have a bit of luck on your side.
The trouble is, when you get a steep angle, everything disappears. You can't see it. Okay, hold on.
We came to a rocky place here, which we had to climb up on the ladders. And the two rocks where everybody is telling me to go through, and I thought I could get through with a millimetre to spare, actually were a millimetre too close together, and we got stuck right in the middle of it all, and we had to take out the winch to pull us through it, and the car came to a rather abrupt stop just here, wedged between these two rocks, and we had to get the winch cable out, which you can see from the front of the car. We got a winch on there, and then we tie it round a tree, and you can see it just pulls us through somewhere like that. It does take a bit of time to get it out and all packed away again. And fortunately, this was the only time we had to use the winch in the whole Rhino Charge, despite there being some fairly difficult areas still to come, but we only had to get it out once. Car sort of balanced on between 2 and 3 wheels there.
There you go. Bloody hell, I can't thank you enough.
Again, the third wheel just touched the ground.
I really appreciate it.
No, but it's worse down there, mate.
Oh, thanks. Okay, well, we'll see you in 2 minutes.
Approaching these rocks, we had to climb over here with the use of the ladders.
Jump up when I get
and
on it,
if you look at the rock on the left, you think we could never ever climb over it, even I think it myself. And you're not going to believe it, it's nearly as high as the bonnet. And watch us go over it, and then balance on the top of it, on between 2 and 3 wheels. And then you have to go slowly down to get off these rocks to make sure you don't tip over the wrong way.
Move out, please. You need a bit of power.
Yeah, I'm just telling people to get out the way.
Get out of the way, guys. Way. Out of the way, we're going to come up with speed. Go, Jackie.
Okay, now hold on, because I'm going to put power to get up here, right?
As we approach the last control to finish the Rhino Charge, we are very happy with our situation. We came 17th overall and came 3rd in the unmodified vehicles, and this is the final checkpoint.
Thank you.
Is this Naivasha railway station? I'm on my way to Kampala.
What do you want to do? Go back here? I'll go forward.
The railway is very slow.
The Rhino Charge is a charity event raising money to fence the forested wild areas of Kenya. This fence is strong enough to keep wildlife in and poachers and loggers out. We have fenced the whole of the Aberdare Mountains with a 450-kilometre fence and are now starting on preserving Mount Kenya. Car 50's contribution to the 2014 Rhino Charge was about $20,000, and we thank all our sponsors most profusely for their contributions. The whole event raised about $1.5 million in 2014, and you can see what we do on www.rhinoarc.org as we enjoy a sundowner with good friends after the charge and think of next year's charge.